Hey, as I said in my 5k sub special, I wanted to get into coaching aspiring dungeon players. I am very happy to announce that I got a lot of clips submitted from a lot of people. Sadly, I am unable to cover them all, so if your clip isn't covered, then I am very sorry. So the first clip submission that we have here is from Infuriation. He sent me a solo floor 6 run as a mage, and at first I didn't want to cover his clip because it wasn't available in 1080p, and decided to only give him advice based off of his gameplay. But as I watched his video, I saw a lot of things that I wanted to talk about, so I decided to cover his clip. This is the first video to my coaching series, and I'm not sure how well you guys enjoyed these types of content, so if you want to leave a feedback, you can DM me through Discord or just leave a comment down in the comment section down below. Also, I created a new Discord server for my YouTube community. If you're interested, come on ahead and check it out. And if you guys want to submit your clips, just record gameplay footage of you doing dungeons, preferably in 1080p, upload it on YouTube as unlisted, and link me the video through the Discord link in the description box down below. And with that being said, let's jump straight into the video. Right off the bat, I can tell that he's a pretty confident dungeon player, and he was quite experienced with dungeons, seeing as how he moved around before the dungeon started. And right here, he utilizes the rogue sword really well. Instead of waiting around for the dungeon to start, he started pre-spamming rogue sword to get a good speed. Oh, I would like to divert your attention towards the map. As you can tell from this map, it is a 5 secret long room, and what he should have done here is to clear secrets on the top side of the map first, because that section is a dead end, and he won't pass by that section without going out of his way to go there. I would, however, like to mention that if he was clearing this with a team, it would have been fine, because his teammates could get the secrets on that side, but during a solo run, he should get the 4 secrets there first so that he doesn't have to go out of his way to go back there just to get the 4 secrets. As for this part, there are 2 crypts there, and since he had 0 crypts, he should have used super boom on the crypts and then get the chest, so that by the time he gets the chest, crypts will have blown up and he will have 2 crypts. Coming up, he made good use of the mage ability Guided Sheep. If he had to use a super boom here and wait for the other secrets, then he would have to go out of his way to go back there to grab the secret, which is much slower than using the Guided Sheep. This isn't always the case though. Like, let's say the exit point is near the wall, he should have used a super boom instead and used his Guided Sheep on this cracked ground. And as for this part, he should have kept spamming his rogue sword whilst waiting for the item drop to appear so that his speed boost will last much longer. And as I said earlier, because he didn't get the 4 secrets on the other side of this room, he now has to go out of his way to go back there just to grab them. This single decision slowed him down by 5 seconds. And normally, I am against wasting time on unnecessary mobs or mini-bosses that aren't essential to progress, but he killed this frozen adventurer in the blink of an eye. And it actually worked out for him, because the frozen adventurer didn't give him the slowness effect. However, if you have to go out of your way to kill unstarred mobs like these, then I would be against it. Oh, and also right here, you shouldn't be doing secrets as you go. You should focus on clearing all the rooms and only start doing secrets when you hit a dead end and make your way back. Here's why. If you clear secrets as you go, once you hit a dead end, you will have to run all the way back to get into a room that you can start clearing again. If you hit a dead end, then start clearing, by the time you are done with secrets for that section, you will have a nearby room that you can go to start clearing, instead of having to run a couple of rooms before you can start clearing rooms again. And right here, you don't actually need to go up this flight of stairs to be able to reach the mushroom secrets. I'll show you a quicker path for this part. So after a couple of tries, I finally got this room. Here's the path that he took. He teleported up this flight of stairs and teleported to that mushroom secret. Here's the faster way. Just stand down here, look up, and teleport. It's that easy. And while I'm here, let me show you my path for this room. I normally start here with the crypt secret. I teleport up, look to the left, and proceed to the mushroom secret that I showed you guys earlier. After I get this secret, I take a left and teleport it into the flight of stairs that he took. Go up and teleport through the iron bars to get the chest behind the super cracked wall. Teleport through the iron bars again and get the chest inside this small room. Walk out to this waterfall right here. Take a look to my left and teleport in. And that's how I get all 5 secrets in this room. And we are back with our protagonist as he goes through this room. Okay, instead of using your rogue sword here, I would recommend waiting until you reach this point to use your rogue sword while you're falling down. Because if you do that, you won't slow yourself down while using the rogue sword. And as for trap room, you don't actually have to get this crypt. There's actually a much faster way to do trap room. Right here, this was good use of the rabbit potion. He jumped up instead of using the normal parkour method. I normally do that as well. And this is how a normal person would do trap room. This new trap room, they would just wait here for the crushers. This part is pretty slow, to say so the least. So later on I'll show you guys my path for new trap room, and I'll show you guys the cheeses for this trap room. But for now, let's watch our protagonist in action as he traverses the trap room. He seems to be getting stuck in the block. That happens to me often too, and I really hate it when that happens. And trap room's done. So yeah, with the power of editing, I'll show you guys how I do trap room. Hello, and I found a trap room that I can use for demonstration purposes. You can use either the spirit boots or tarantula boots, it doesn't matter. But for this example, I'll be using the tarantula boots. You can skip the crypt here entirely and jump straight into the trap room. I would recommend getting rabbit 5 potions for this. If you don't have rabbit 5 potions, it's completely fine. Oh, and if you don't have rabbit potion, you can still get this chest if you jump from down here. Let me show you guys. See? You can still get the chest even without rabbit 5 potions. And let me just reactivate my rabbit 5 potion. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so now that I've turned my rabbit 5 potion back on, I'll show you guys how to cheese this part of trap. As you can tell, the wall is blocked because you didn't get the levers, but you can actually jump and spam your spacebar and get across to this part. And doing so will save you a lot of time from having to wait for the crypt to blow up and having to wait for the crushers. And you can just fly all the way back here and grab the final chest. Now, sometimes if you spam your spacebar, you won't be able to fly like I did just now. When that happens, here's what you can do. You can use your rabbit 5 potion to jump onto this small cobblestone wall here, and jump and spam your spacebar and stand on this ledge. Once you get here, just get into this hole and you can jump up. Oh, and once you get up here, the rest is just simple parkour. You can parkour your way back to the final chest or fly your way back. And that's how you do trap room. And let us take a look at what our protagonist is up to right now. Seems like he's heading towards this empty room. Oh, yeah, you don't actually have to get a lever for this specific room. You need to pick up the key, and you can actually just AOT through the iron bars next to the small compartment. And let me show you what I mean. So here I am in this small room that the protagonist was in. He blew the crypt up here and pulled the lever to open this wall. You don't actually have to do that. You can just come over here, jump up, pick up the redstone key, come on over to this small room with the 2 crypts, AOT through the iron bars, and you can place the redstone key down. And you can proceed to come over and get the final chest without getting the lever or the crypt at all. Our protagonist should be coming up to tic-tac-toe soon, and as you can see, he just stands there and completes the puzzle. What I recommend is, when you make your move, head on over to the lever and pull it, and then make your second move. Take the secret and finish up tic-tac-toe. Since the bot takes a while to make its move, you can spend that downtime getting the tic-tac-toe secret, and you do not need to get the final chest for tic-tac-toe, creeper beam, and blaze. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the 3 ways I know of for getting the tic-tac-toe lever. The first method is teleporting through the iron bars and teleporting back through the iron bars back to the normal area. Second method is the typical way of running to the lever using this route. And the third method, which I use, is to use a stonk pickaxe, mine the iron bars while holding right click. I find this method should be the most consistent and easiest way to get the lever. Inventory management is very important. You shouldn't be spending too much time managing your inventory, but you should also be careful not to sell anything valuable, such as this Bonzo mask that he sold right here. He has pretty good reaction time, so he bought it back, and he was lucky that the server didn't bug. Sometimes the server bugs out and you can't rebuy the items you sold to the NPC. A friend of mine lost their Yeti sword this way. Just be careful when you are selling stuff, you don't sell anything valuable. As for right here, you only needed to Hyperion once, stay inside the water, open a chest, and then you can look straight up and AOTE out, or Hyperion out. And I wouldn't recommend using your Hyperion or AOTE to open chests or buttons. As for right here, he missed his guided sheep, and he should not have used it here. Since there was an exit right in front of him, he should have saved his guided sheep for this cracked wall. Reasoning behind this is simple. Since there was an exit near the secret, he would have to pass by there anyways, and he could just get the chest on his way there. The chest on the second floor doesn't have an exit, and you need to go out of your way to go there to grab the chest. You can save a couple of seconds if you use your guided sheep on the cracked wall on the second floor. And for this part, you don't need to grab the item drops on the left side of this painting secret. You only need to grab the item drop on the right side of the painting secret. And the Wither Essence, of course. This is a great time to be using the rogue sword. Props to you, man. You should use the rogue sword while you're falling down, because there's really nothing much you can do other than spam your Hyperion down or AOTE down. And his route for this room was on point. The only thing I can say that he could improve for this room specifically is that he doesn't have to walk in to grab the chest. What he could do instead is do this. That's what he should have done instead. Instead of walking in, he should have just mined it out. And good job on him for going to trigger the questions room before doing anything else. That's the correct play here. Walk in so that the questions start spawning in, and you can go back and start answering them. And right now, after you answer the first question, you can start managing your inventory or do other stuff. Right here, he just decides to play with his bow. And yeah, there's really nothing much you can do for this part. All you can do is just wait for the questions to spawn. Oh, and here's the reason why I don't recommend using a Hyperion to click buttons, pull levers, or open chests. Let us fast forward to the next interesting segment. Okay, right here he enters Blaze room, and it is the last puzzle. So here are the things you guys should know about Blaze puzzle. A few people ask me, how do I know which Blaze it is before it even shows up? So my answer to that is that there is a pattern to the Blaze puzzle, but there's a lot of patterns, but my hand just moves automatically to the next Blaze, and I shoot after I get the visual confirmation that it is the correct Blaze. Here are a few things that you should know. You don't need to come back for the blessing. As soon as all the Blazes are dead, you automatically get a check mark, and you don't have to power up your bow all the way. You can shoot your bow without charging it all the way back. He enters the boss room at around 8:56, and here's a reminder to everyone. Do not touch the golems before the terracotta spawn. It slows the boss fight down tremendously. The best time to kill the golems are either during the terracotta phase or after the giant phase. Try not to kill them before the terracottas start spawning, and if you somehow miss the golems during the terracotta phase, or you are too busy trying to stay alive, wait till all the giants are dead before you start killing the golems. You can try to do what he did here, which is to kill the golems during the giant phase, but I would not recommend this because if you try to do that, you'll be multitasking between the golems and the giants. The golems hit for a lot of damage, and if you get aggro them all onto you, you'll be too busy trying to kill the golems, trying to stay alive like what our hero here did. So the best time would be to after you kill the giants, where you're waiting for Sedan to spawn in. That will be the best time to kill the golems, but the best time is during terracotta phase, because there's absolutely nothing you can do during terracotta phase other than trying to stay alive if you're having issues staying alive, or probably even managing your inventory, or play other games like what I do when I used to run floor 6 with my team. Long story short, kill them during terracottas or after giants, like what our hero here is doing. And since our hero deals a lot of damage, you don't actually need to ice spray them before you start killing them. I mean, it would be safer, but if you deal a lot of damage anyways, like if you can 2 or 3 tap them, just go for the 2-3 tap. It's slightly faster, but if you want to go safe, ice spray them. And all that's left is to wait for him to kill Sedan. And while we're waiting for him to kill Sedan, I just want to say thank you all very much for all the support you guys have given me. I've received a lot of input about archer builds for early mid-game players, so expect a guide on that soon, but I'm not really sure when I can get the guide out. And if you want to submit your clips and have me coach you like what I did with our hero here, record gameplay of you doing dungeons, preferably in 1080p. It doesn't have to be a solo run, and it can be for any floor. Upload the footage onto YouTube and set it as unlisted or public if you want. Head on over to my Discord server, link in the description box down below, and go over to clip submission and react on the message to open a ticket for clip submissions. Please note that I will be getting a lot of submissions, so I can't go through all of them alone, so don't feel bad if I don't respond or use your clip. If you need more assistance, please open a ticket with the support channel right here. This is for more customized support, and if you want to submit your clip, please do not use this channel, and if you need support, do not use clip submission channel. And with that, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Peace out.